us. And Osho, let's take this query with you first. First of all, good morning. We have a technical query coming in on KC International. I'm missing the name of the viewer, but the question is on KC International, where they have purchased the stock at a price of 700 rupees, and they're asking for the expected targets in the next 12 months. They're asking if it's not looking favorable, should they switch to NTPC at the current market price? What's your take on this?
Very good morning. Firstly, thank you for inviting me at the show. Well, looking at the technical perspective of KC International, then this counter have seen a very strong correction from the zone of 1250 towards 650 odd levels. But that zone has been a very strong support in the historical period. And the buying price at 700 is a very strong point where one should actually accumulate this counter. So I would advise to stay invested in this counter. The first target that one can expect in this counter is near about 850, and breaching the zone of 850, one can even look for targets of nearly 920 to 950 from short-term perspective. So my advice will be to stay hold with the investment and look for other opportunities. And NTPC is again also a very strong fundamentals, and it is also looking very positive to me. But from the same fund, it won't be advisable to switch from KEC to NTPC. If the person wants to invest in NTPC, I will advise to invest freshly in NTPC at current levels also.
Okay, so that's the word coming in on NTPC and KEC International. KEC, remember, has been in focus for the last several trading sessions after two back-to-back order wins that came through. But we have Poonam. She is writing to us and she has a query on TVS supply chain. She bought about 250 shares at 138 rupees per share. The stock currently is trading at about 127 odd levels. Sharmila, what will your view be on TVS supply chain?
I think at this price, once again, the stock is reasonable. It's just that we've seen a deep correction in a lot of mid cap, small cap names, and now we are seeing a bit of a recovery. So if you have the patience, I would say hold on a little. My target would be closer to 180.
Okay, so target closer to 180 for TVS supply chain. Osho, coming to you, next query coming in from our viewer Srujana, who's writing to us. The whole Nalco at 188 rupees per share, and 100 shares of Nalco is what they own. And they're asking what should the target be for the next 1 to 2 quarters. And they're also asking about UCO Bank. Is it looking favorable to make a fresh entry at this price? What's your take on Nalco as well as UCO Bank?
See, firstly, for Nalco, this counter have started gaining some traction in the last two trading months. From the lows of nearly 140, the counter have surged towards the zone of 200. But again, 200 is a very strong resistance zone for this counter. So there could be some time this counter can test the patience of the investor around the zone of 195 to 200 before giving a very strong momentum in the coming future. But I would advised to stay invested in this counter from a medium term horizon. In the short term, we can see some kind of consolidation in the range of 175 to 200, 205 odd zone. But the time we see a breakout above the zone of 205, then we can see momentum coming back in this counter for a higher target of nearly 235. Now, coming to UCO Bank, in this counter again, there has been very strong consolidation in this counter after the fall. The fall has been very drastic from the zone of nearly 60, and the counter has half and is trading around the zone of 30. But in the recent period, there has been a very strong consolidation, and I expect that looking at the technical front, this counter has a very strong support around the zone of 28 to 29 odd levels. While on the higher end, I am expecting a short-term target around the zone of 34 to 35. Once it breaches the zone of 34, 35, then we can review the counter whether one should hold it from a medium term perspective or one should try to exit their position in this counter.